All right, I never, ever do this, but today I'm going to count down my top 4 indie Christmas songs of all time right here on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your you. New tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black rap back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web, was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 player. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
Only Chris Top.
Play the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the heck are you doing, world? You know, I'm all set up. I've got everything laid out. I've got my top 4 Christmas indie songs, and I've got I had a water to drink, but I think Abby decided to drink it first. So now it's Abby's water. So she's got a water to drink. I don't know where Maggie's at. I'm always scared. I always have to look up because she tends to just drop from the ceiling sometimes, and it scares the hell out of me. It does. It really, really does. I am so in the Christmas spirit this year. I'm not feeling great. I've got a cold, and my back is like screwed up. But aside from that, I'm actually feeling pretty good. We're almost caught up on Christmas movies. We have these 2 left we're going to watch tomorrow. We're going to watch Elf, total classic, and my favorite of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. And I'd love for you to post what your favorite Christmas movies are. You can post them on Facebook or in the comments here on Spreaker or whatever, or in the chat on the christopprogram.com would be fine. But we watched White Christmas. We've watched Christmas Vacation. And I'd love to squeeze in Miracle on 34th Street somewhere in there if we can. But you know, things have been a little hectic, but I think it's time to actually slow down a little bit and just kind of enjoy the holidays. I pre-prep all the holiday food, so all we have to do is just pull it out of the fridge and stick it in the oven. So that's the way I like it. I like to work a little harder before, so that way I can sit around and enjoy everything with everybody else. But anyway, you're not here to listen to all that crap. You're here to figure out what my top 4 songs are. Now, these are in order. I never do this, but it's going from number 4 all the way to number 1. And we're going to start with a more traditional, just a pretty I love you kind of Christmas song. And Ayla Brown was recently on the Chris Top program, and she's got a song. It's called A Little Bit of Christmas.
Falling all around my window pane. All the people are out Christmas caroling. We should be together inside underneath my Christmas tree, wrapped in a big red bow. And darling, don't you know, Christmas, baby, isn't Christmas without you. And Christmas, baby, isn't Christmas without you. And Christmas, baby, isn't Christmas without you. No, no, baby. And Christmas, baby, isn't Christmas without you. No. And Christmas, baby. Oh, Christmas, baby. And Christmas, baby. Oh, Christmas, baby. And Christmas, baby, isn't Christmas without you.
All right, there you go. I think that's one of the greatest compliments you could actually give somebody, is Christmas just isn't Christmas without you. And if you just tuned in, that's Ayla Brown, A Little Bit of Christmas, on the Chris Top program. I'll tell you what, we do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted, ever, ever, ever. I'm just totally amazed and shocked and so happy that you're here, especially with me on now Christmas Eve. It's just after midnight. It's 12:02 a.m. in the morning. Oh my goodness! But we got 3 more songs. If you just tuned in, I'm counting down my top 4 favorite indie Christmas songs. Not necessarily of this year, but just my 4 favorite in general. Now that could change in a week from now. Well, I won't be thinking about Christmas songs in a week, but maybe next year it could change. But we'll see how that goes. And if you missed the first one by Ayla, you need to make sure you go back and listen later on Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, thechris.program.com, any of those places. You can catch up, because I'm not telling anybody who the top 4 are. I'm just doing the show. So unless somebody else tells you that listen to the show, you got to listen to it yourself. Now, the next song, we've played the lovey-dovey Christmas song. All right, so the next song, this one's going to get stuck in your head. And I guess it's a matter of perspective. I mean, this could be considered a lovey-dovey Christmas song as well. As a matter of fact, the next 3 songs that I'm going to play will get stuck in your head. So if you like that, we're going to be cool. But if you don't, then you're going to hate me for the next 3 days for playing these songs, because they will be stuck in your head. Snoggin, and I think we all know what snoggin means. Snoggin' under the mistletoe, and this is my good buddy Darren Morris. This is going to so get stuck in your head. I've listened to this song so many times.
Hanging our stockings, jingle bell rocking, a little bit toasted, egg eggnog. Got my list, checked it twice, a little bit naughty, you sure look nice. I've got later on my mind, snuggled up, nowhere to go, nice and warm while we watch it snow, puckered up, leaning close, snogging under the mistletoe, snogging under the mistletoe.
You're kissing on me, sure is dandy, like Christmas tree lights and peppermint candy, waiting on Santa's gonna take all night, so hold me tight. I think I know what's on your mind.
back the way it is. The only thing me and Allie are going to be doing is egg-noggin, not snogging, under the mistletoe this Christmas. I'll tell you, man, it's got me down. It really does. Darren Morris and Amy Holden snogging under the Christmas tree. Now, I've got two more. We're counting down the top 4 songs, and this is absolutely without a doubt. There's no debate. These are the top 4 independent Christmas songs, according to Chris Top, and anyone affiliated with Chris Top, of all time. Now, before I do that, I want to say a big fat thank you, at least one more time this year, to my buddy Randy over at Magnolia Emporium.
Did you ever think you could afford an interior designer?
No, way too expensive. Besides, I've got style.
If you had style, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Ouch. Interior designers are for rich people.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Aquarium? Is that like for some crazy flower fish?
No, Magnolia Emporium. Randy's clients range from nurses and teachers to musicians, actors, and even some royalty thrown in there.
Oh, I'd be on the royalty side.
You really don't have any swag, do you?
No, I don't.
That's where Randy comes in. He listens to exactly what you want, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Okay, if you mean he can read my mind, there's lots of things I don't want Randy to know.
No, he has a great feel for what he does.
Okay, where can I find Magnolia Emporium?
Just go to magnoliaemporium.com.
We want your space to reflect your success.
Welcome to another awkward mistletoe moment.
I was just wondering who hung the mistletoe in the guys' locker room.
This has been another awkward mistletoe moment.
This is Bryce Hitchcock on the Chris Top program, wishing you happy holidays.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com.
Now, the fun isn't necessarily over once the top 4 songs, once the countdown's finished. Well, who am I kidding? It actually is over. But I'm going to play The Night Before Christmas, or Night Before Christmas, read by yours truly, The Top. Now, I've got 2 more songs, and I'm counting down to my top 4 independent Christmas songs of all time. And like I said, that could change by next year. You never know. You just never know with me. And both of these are catchy as crap. They really are. Frickin' love this song. This was my number 1 favorite last year, and it's coming in at number 2 this year. That's pretty darn good. Bryce Hitchcock, Thinking of You.
When the snow starts falling and the bright lights are calling, I hope you'll look at the tree and be thinking of me, 'cause I'll be thinking of you, my darling. Yeah, no presents or mistletoe, it'll leave you in the cold. All the decorations in the world couldn't hide, you're on my mind. All the tinsel in the town couldn't stop these wistful thoughts. When the frostbite flushes your cheeks and you start to see red and green, I hope you'll look at the sky, see the blue of my eyes, 'cause I'll be thinking of my sweet darling. No presents or mistletoe, it'll leave you in the cold. All the decorations in the world couldn't hide, you're on my mind. All the tinsel in the town couldn't stop these wistful thoughts. emotions in the world couldn't hide. You're on my mind. All the tinsel in the town couldn't stop these wistful thoughts. So when the snow stops falling and the bright lights aren't calling, I hope that you'll take a walk and end up at my block, 'cause I'd sure love to talk, my darling.
Freaking love Bryce Hitchcock. Love that song. Stuck in my head. Totally stuck in my head. Oh, can you believe it is Christmas Eve already? A lot of you are probably sleeping, but it's 12:13 here. So it's Christmas Eve, by gosh. And it's getting cold outside, man. We might actually have a white Christmas in Tennessee this year. You never know. You just never know. I'm hoping. I'm being extra super hopeful about that one. So I should have had more of a build-up or something for the last song, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. That's why I don't ever do these countdown things. I leave that to the experts. But, okay, so my favorite top 4 Christmas song, number 1, and I went through a lot. We're just doing 4. But I did have more, and I could have done a longer show, I guess, but I wasn't sure how long my voice was going to hold out tonight. And that's just an excuse, I know. Now, this artist I had most recently on the show, and her name is Heidi Rae. And as soon as I heard this, I was like, man, this song has a great message. It's catchy. I freaking love her voice. I love the melody. I love everything about this song. To me, this is the perfect Christmas song because you take something new and fresh and then you make it nostalgic at the same time. So it just makes for an instant Christmas classic. This is Heidi Rae. I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas.
I was waiting in a long line down at the Walmart, eggnog and a turkey in my shopping cart, when I said 2 words you ain't supposed to say no more. I didn't cuss, say anything offensive, but all of a sudden everybody got defensive. So I said it again, a little louder than before. You can say happy holidays or whatever is politically correct these days, but I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Everybody done gone sensitive, I'ma call it what it is, y'all get over it. I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Somebody said you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings, might I suggest you start saying season's greetings? And I said that's mighty bold of someone buying a bunch of Christmas lights. You can say happy holidays or whatever is politically correct these days, but I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Everybody done gone sensitive, I'ma call it what it is, y'all get over it. I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. I wish you joy, I wish you peace, in every little thing the season brings. I wish you Merry Christmas. I wish you hope and happiness in every little thing you got on your list. I wish you Merry Christmas. Oh, you can say happy holidays or whatever is politically correct these days, but I'm gonna wish you Merry
Okay, I only have one favor to ask of you, all right? I've done this show. This is my Merry Christmas present to you. I want you to go to iTunes, just like I did, and I want you to buy every one of these songs that I just played. They're all 99 cents a piece, I think, or somewhere pretty close to that. And I'm gonna name them again in order. All right, we started with Ayla Brown. That's Ayla Brown, A Little Bit of Christmas. And then we went to Darren Morris and Amy Holden, Snoggin' Under the Mistletoe. All right, number 3, Thinking of You, Bryce Hitchcock. And number 1, Heidi Rae, I'm going to Wish You Merry Christmas. So $4. You can have these on your Christmas playlist forever. And you can show these artists how much you appreciate what they do and their creativity and all that good stuff. As far as the Chris Top program goes for next year, I ain't going nowhere. We're going to hear from our favorites that we've always had on the show. Elena. We're going to hear from Devin Nichols, I'm sure. We're going to hear from Ashley Wineland. Gosh, there's so many. Stevie Jewell. There's a lot of artists. And I've got some new artists in the works. It's going to be a phenomenal year. Looking forward to the CMA Fest this year. So if you want on the show, you better contact me soon because I'll start looking at filling that list up probably sometime in February or so. Last year we shot for 30 artists. We may do a little more this year. I don't know. Maybe a little less. I don't know. I don't know that either. There was a lot that went into last year. If you came, you know what I'm talking about. But I do, from the bottom of my heart, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. I hope you have had a wonderful 2017. 2018 is right around the door, but I'm not done yet. I'm totally not done. For the one of you that's left listening, I would like to play The Night Before Christmas.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. the stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowlful of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Top.
Take it from the top.
You know, every year I think has its ups and its downs. I think everybody can agree with that. But for me, I think 2017 was pretty phenomenal. I really, really do. Christmas coming up tomorrow. The end of the year is just right around the corner. So many things to look forward to, and I'm so blessed to have my wife, Ayla. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by so many positive, loving people in my life. I just can't thank each and every one of you enough, really, from the bottom of my heart for being there. If you missed the show, I wasn't being a sentimental sap the whole time. I promise. We did a Christmas countdown, top favorite 4 independent songs. I'll give you a recap just so you'll have a reason to go back and listen. Number 4, A Little Bit of Christmas, Ayla Brown. Number 3, Darren Morris, Amy Holden, Noggin Under the Mistletoe. Wait, what did I say? Number 4? Okay, number 2, Thinking of You. I think I got these mixed up earlier. Thinking of You. Number 2, Bryce Hitchcock. And then the number 1 song, Heidi Rae, I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas. And I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, whatever it is you celebrate. I don't care, just whatever it is. I'm hesitant to say Happy Holiday, though. I really am. So until we meet again, which is probably going to be next year, until I broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good, and I'm gone.
Dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time